The introvert's relationship with plants is different from the decorator's relationship with plants in the same way that a reader's relationship with books is different from an interior stylist's relationship with books. One is about what the object does for the person. The other is about what the object does for the room. Introverts accumulate plants because plants do something specific that no other addition to a room provides. They introduce a quality of living presence that the brain registers differently from the presence of objects, however beautiful those objects might be. A room with plants is a room that is breathing, that is producing oxygen, that is growing, however imperceptibly, from one day to the next. And for someone whose nervous system is calibrated toward sensitivity, toward noticing, toward being affected by the quality of the environment they inhabit, this quality of living presence is not a styling detail. It is a fundamental condition of the space. The introvert's indoor jungle is therefore not assembled. It accumulates, plant by plant, over time, each one added because it was wanted rather than because it completed a composition. And the result has a quality of genuine inhabitation that no deliberately styled plant collection ever achieves. The restorative effect of plants on the human nervous system is not subjective. It is documented, replicated, and increasingly well understood. And the mechanism behind it explains why introverts, whose nervous systems process more sensory information and require more deliberate recovery, respond to plants more dramatically than most. Plants engage what environmental psychologists call soft fascination, a quality of gentle, effortless attention that rests the brain rather than stimulating it. Unlike the hard fascination of a screen, a conversation, or any demanding task, soft fascination does not deplete attentional resources. It replenishes them. The subtle movement of leaves and air movement, the gradual unfolding of a new frond, the specific quality of green light filtered through leaves. Each of these engages the attention without demanding it. And for a nervous system that has spent the day in a state of heightened processing, this quality of effortless engagement is precisely what recovery requires. Research consistently shows measurable reductions in cortisol, the stress hormone, within minutes of exposure to plants and natural materials. For the introvert, who already understood this intuitively, the science is simply confirmation of what the plants were already providing.
The introvert's indoor jungle creates something that designed interiors, however considered, cannot. A sensory environment that changes. Not dramatically, not in ways that demand attention, but continuously at the pace of growth. The new leaf on the monstera that was not there last week. The trailing pothos that has extended another few centimeters down the shelf since Monday. The fiddle leaf fig that has turned its newest leaves slightly toward the morning light. These are not events. They are the specific quality of daily change that makes a room feel alive rather than static, that gives the person who lives there something to notice every day that is different from what they noticed the day before, without any effort on anyone's part except the plants. For the introvert who spends significant time in one space, this quality of continuous, gentle change is not trivial. It is the difference between a room that feels like the same room every day and a room that feels like a living environment, one that is, in the most literal sense, doing something other than simply existing.
The introvert's indoor jungle is not built around the plants that look best in photographs. It is built around the plants that do the most for the space and the person in it, And these two criteria produce a very different selection from the one that appears most frequently in styled interiors. The Monstera deliciosa earns its place in small spaces, not for its aesthetic, but for its scale. A single plant can fill a corner with a presence that would otherwise require multiple pieces of furniture, and its large leaves create more visual softening per square foot than any other commonly available indoor plant. The trailing pothos earns its place through adaptability and generosity. It will grow in almost any light condition, trail to almost any length, and create the cascading green that makes shelving feel like part of a living environment rather than a display surface. The fiddle-leaf fig earns its place through height. Its vertical presence uses the room's ceiling the way a floor lamp uses it, drawing the eye upward and making the room feel taller. And the snake plant earns its place through persistence. It survives the periods of neglect that even the most attentive plant keeper occasionally imposes, and rewards minimal care with a structural presence that anchors the room at floor level. The introvert's relationship with plants includes something that most plant styling advice never mentions: the act of tending, and what that act does for the person performing it. Watering, checking soil, removing a dead leaf, turning a pot toward the light, wiping dust from a large leaf with a damp cloth. These are small, repetitive, tactile actions that require just enough attention to occupy the mind without demanding enough to exhaust it. And for someone who has spent the day in environments that demanded full cognitive engagement, this quality of gentle, purposeful, physical attention is profoundly restorative. It is the same quality of activity as the meditative practices that psychologists recommend for nervous system recovery, not because tending plants is meditation, but because it shares meditation's essential quality, the gentle direction of attention toward one specific, simple, present tense action. The introvert who tends their plants in the evening is not doing a chore. They are, without necessarily knowing it, performing the specific recovery practice that their nervous system most needs. The introvert's indoor jungle avoids one failure mode that most indoor plant collections fall into: the chaos of multiple plants at the same height competing for the same visual territory without resolution. Height layering is the principle that prevents this, and it produces not only a more visually coherent collection, but a more spatially generous one, because plants at different heights use the room's full vertical dimension rather than occupying only the surfaces they sit on. The principle has 3 levels. At floor level, large plants in substantial terracotta pots that anchor the corners and establish the jungle's ground layer: Monstera, fiddle-leaf fig, bird of paradise in the room's tallest and brightest position. At surface level, medium plants on shelving, windowsills, and side tables that connect the floor plants to the ceiling layer: snake plants, peace lilies, smaller pothos in their own vessels. And at ceiling level, trailing plants hung from hooks or placed on top of tall shelving, whose cascading growth brings the eye back down to the floor plants and completes the vertical circuit. Each level is distinct. Together, they create a room that uses its height as generously as its floor area. One of the most consistent qualities of the introvert's indoor jungle is that it does not look like the indoor jungles in interior design content, and the reason is both simple and important. It has not been arranged for a photograph. It has been arranged for a life. The trailing pothos is in that position because that is where it gets the light it needs, not because that angle photographs best. The monstera has been pushed slightly to the left of the corner because that is where it fits with the sofa, not because the composition is more balanced there. The small collection of propagations in glass vessels on the windowsill is there because propagating plants is something the person who lives there does, not because it is a currently popular interior styling moment. This quality of genuine inhabitation, of a plant environment organized around living rather than around appearance, is precisely what makes the introvert's indoor jungle more compelling than the styled version. It shows evidence of someone who actually lives with plants over time, with attention and care. And that evidence, more than any design decision, is what makes a room feel genuinely alive.
Every designed object in a room, however beautiful, however carefully chosen, it is finished. It has reached its final state. It will be tomorrow exactly what it is today, and next year exactly what it is now, unless something external acts upon it. A plant is never finished. It is always in the process of becoming something, producing a new leaf, extending a new tendril, turning toward a new source of light, or simply continuing the biological processes that make it alive in a way that no object is alive. And this quality of ongoing becoming is what plants give a room that no amount of designed objects can provide. For the introvert who spends significant time in one space, who knows their apartment the way other people know their neighborhood, in the specific detail that comes from long and attentive habitation, this quality of daily change, of never quite the same room twice, is not a minor addition to the space. It is the quality that makes the space feel worth being in, day after day, for years. Soft fascination, daily change, the one thing in the room that is always becoming something. Subscribe for a new interior video every week, and tell me in the comments, how many plants do you currently have? And which one would you never give up?